Top Billin. Yo, that touchdown by your man Darius Cooper was great, but this one right here had me jumping out my seat. Look at the investment, right? Look at the down payment invested at the beginning of this route, and then what happens at the end. We'll break it down a little further. Look at this. Now, unable to get hands on man. I told you these days dudes don't press anyway, right? People are still living in 1987, right? People don't press. So you're not going to get great press technique. Mostly what you get is people with a defensive reactionary move, right? Just putting their hands up, right? It's like they're testifying. But look at this right here. Darius Cooper, no frills, right? Coming off that bad boy, chops it up, right? Varying the rhythm. And then look at this, right? Is this some type of jam, right? This is just somebody defensively putting their hands up and putting two hands out there, right? So the investment paid off with that because look at the instant separation, right? That's that Dr. Fauci style separation, right? From back in the pandemic days, right? Look at that. You think I'm playing? Look at the separation already in this particular route, right? Great investment there, able to get the spacing, and guess what? He's thinking ahead of time. My man already caught the ball, could see the oncoming traffic right here, right? Oncoming traffic is going to be right here, and he know there's nobody to the outside. This guy's thinking the game through. Darius Cooper sticks that foot in the ground, gets him some more yardage. This is a nasty skill set on this kid, right? You know what I mean? Where you get this kid from, right? Howie Roseman and his staff is just killing it, right? I'm saying this right now, right? I don't want to jump out the window over one preseason game by somebody playing against, you know what I mean, let's be real here. The Cincinnati Bengals defense is probably not in full strength anyway, but not the best defense there is, right? I want a couple of more games out of this dude, but a skill set is a skill set, and I can tell one. This dude has a Deebo Samuel skill set. Look at this. 6 foot, 215 for Deebo, 5'11", 210 pounds for Darius Cooper. Very much the same makeup. That yards after the catch shit is going to make people aggravated. He's going to be tough to bring down. And obviously he has Jalen Hurts delivering him the pills, going to be nasty. Even in the preseason, right? You got a guy I think could be an upper echelon starting QB playing in Tanner McKee, who your boy called that shit a few years ago, huh? Didn't want Kenny Pickett. I wanted Tanner McKee to be that bull, and now we see what's going on. He is outstanding and electric. But check this route out right here, right? Get yourself a kind of a levels concept right here. Looks like my man Johnny Wilson kind of clearing them out. Now, I'm not sure if this was some type of sight adjust. You do get Cooper here, right? He bangs it to the inside and then runs an out route here. Now, I'm not sure if they saw a defender, right, in that zone, and then you convert that. It was a little bit of breach on the right side, and Tanner McKee had to kind of evacuate and then get the ball out there. But Darius Cooper, even in this, shows a little bit of football intelligence, right? You see him clear, bang that to the outside here, and then look at him go back towards his quarterback, right? Cut down on the time in air, right? Cut on a time in air for that pass, right? The longer something's in the air, the more trouble it could be here. But you can see the breach right here. Tanner McKee, very much like a Matt Schaub. I remember seeing Matt Schaub back. I was like, damn, he could be a top quarterback in the league if he got his chance and his opportunity. I feel the same way about Tanner McKee. We know what Matt Schaub did with the Houston Texans there, but I think great route running here. If that is some type of sight adjust, if it wasn't meant to go in the middle, because you can see if it did, there's a lot of airspace and opportunity here as well. But you can see him cut down on that time in air and go back towards natural hands catcher and all that, right? I don't want to bury the lead, right? Jahan Dotson in the middle is that bull. I'm telling you that right now. I've told y'all. That's my man right there for my Penn State Nittany Lions. Jahan Dotson is that bull. Darius Cooper has a skill set to me that could be very good on the inside as well, but an inside-out skill set because I think that you can do a lot of shit with him just like they do with Deebo Samuel. 2-by-1 from a receiver standpoint here with a reduced split. So you know travel underneath is going to be very heavy in traffic. But look at his ability to pluck in traffic. Yaka. Look at that's not an easy catch. Look at this. Somebody draped on you right there. You still, because he's a natural hands catcher, to be able to pluck that. And obviously Tanner McKee put it exactly where it needed to be. But man, if that pass wasn't where it needed to be, it would have definitely, you know what I'm saying, been deflected. But at the very least, right, his concentration skills. Look at that. Pluck that thing out the sky. Here's a prime example why you don't see people press anymore. Look at this right here. This is terrible. Whoop! My man shot a two-hand jam, completely whiff. Look at your boy, Darius Cooper. My man, dang, he's almost like Cooper medicine out this motherfucker, right? He delivering. Cooper medicine, giving you that medicine right here. Look at this. My man completely over his ski, shoots a two-hand jam, and just, that's terrible, man. I would have cut Bull right there on the spot. I'd be like, man, hand in your playbook. Soon as, you know what I'm saying, before he even got back to the huddle, hand in your playbook, you going. I'd be like, man, I don't have a playbook with me right now. I'd be like, hand in something in. Hand your jersey and your helmet in. You cut, bro. Why you doing some shit like this? Was that DJ Ivy? Come on, man. What's going on right here? This is embarrassing right there. But great throw by Tanner McKee, of course, and allowing that man get back upfield. I got to see it again. Look at the investment here. Right? Down payment, perfect. Chopped it, no frills. Right? He's not sitting there dancing like a lot of them bulls you see. Your man gets right to it. So that helps out the quarterback, and that's going to help himself out as well to be able to out-leverage people. But once again, man, getting that Dr. Fauci-approved separation. All right, last one. Payoff pitch right here, getting vert. No frills. Look at that, fighting the hands. Look, both of them bulls with the extension. He gets the perfect amount of separation for your boy Tanner McKee to obviously put it where Tanner McKee's going to put it. Well, you can see right here, chopping up, right? No hands on man. He falls off the cliff. He just wants to use it as a rangefinder, which is actually very good, right? He's really in Darius Cooper's hip pocket here. He even turns to locate, right? DJ Ivy here, turning to locate. You get the feel and lean technique, right? The look and feel technique, feel and lean, however you want to, you know what I'm saying, rock with that there. But they're both doing it. And my man's able to get the proper amount of separation, and then Tanner McKee threw him open. Of course, he goes up and gets it at his apex, hands plucking. What are we doing here? Undrafted cat, your boy Howie Roseman continues to outdo himself, right? This is how we do. Man, like I said before, I ain't going to completely jump out the window with this one. He needs to continue to do this right, but a skill set is a skill set. I scout the player, not the helmet, right? Or not, you know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? He definitely has a chance to be like, I would give him some of those Deebo Samuel Jones, right? Like when he lined Deebo up in the backfield, just get the ball in this dude's hands because he has that type of skill set with the yards after the catch. Reverses, hitches, anything you can think of when it's his time to do it. But obviously we have two of the best doing it in Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown. Jahan Dawson's going to be killing it on the inside. Dallas Goedert has to get his catches and all that, and catches out of the backfield. It's just stacked and loaded. So I don't know what that means, but I do know depth is something that definitely needs to be happening in the NFL, and he can definitely fill in for either A.J. Brown or Devontae Smith on the outside, and he has an inside skill set. So he can fill in for John Dawson. Man, like I said before, you probably throw him at running back. You know what I'm saying? Let him do his thing as well, man. Happy to see this kid. Hopefully he makes the team. We shall see. This is one of these kids I think that you could leave on the practice squad, right? I could see him getting poached real quick. So we shall see what that entails. All right, but there you have it, man. Your boy will be back with more. Much love to all my villains out there. Everybody stand up. You know it's going to be another special season, baby, so you got to stand up. I need all my fellow North Philadelphians to stand up, right? Brewery Town, Strawberry Mansion, Kensington, Port Richmond, Poplar, Ludlow, Fishtown, Northern Liberties. Man, we are all in there. Shout outs to Hartran from Fair Hill. Everybody out here, it's your boy, the bad man from the Badlands, baby. Shout outs to everybody in West Philly. Shout outs to everybody Southwest, South Philly, Northeast Philly, far Northeast. Shout outs to Jersey, South Jersey in the building. Shout outs to the entire Jersey, the entire Delaware, Elton, Maryland. Everybody, let's get it, baby. Boom. Wilmington, what up?
Top Billin.